Hi guys, this is Puppy UK from the Darklight, and I'm going to give you a brief rundown of the 4 different races in EVE and a couple of their pros and cons. First up, we got Caldari. Caldari are shield tanking missile users, which means the shields are quite unique in that they will naturally recharge. Armor, once it's gone, and you need to repair that yourself or have a fleet member repair that. Shields will naturally repair themselves over time. You can take advantage of that with passive tanking and get skills and ship modules that will give you more shield recharging faster. And it gets to the point where you can have 1 or 2 ships hitting you, and your shield's natural regeneration is just going to counter that, and therefore they're never going to be able to kill you unless they either bring more forces in or increase the damage somehow. They also have the option of actively tanking the same way they do with shields. So on top of the shield naturally recharging, they can add shield repairers, which are going to obviously increase the amount it repairs. The missiles are relatively low damage compared to the other races, but it's constant damage. The advantages you get with missiles is that if it hits a target, providing that the target isn't going faster than the missile or isn't out of range of the missile, it's always going to hit them. The only thing is how much damage they hit it for. Missiles will explode in all directions when it hits its target. So if you've got a very big missile exploding next to a very small ship, only a small percentage of that damage is going to hit. So the damage is low, but it's constant. It also doesn't matter what range your target's at, providing that it is in range of your missile. You hit a target for the same damage at 10 kilometers as you would at 40 kilometers or 80 kilometers. You don't have to change the missile around to be able to hit your target. You can also change the type of damage. The other races are quite limited to the type of damage that they can put out, and that's predictable. The Caldari can change to a different missile type and deal a completely different type of damage. So it gives you the option to find the weaknesses in the opponent and take advantage of that. They also have very good ECM ships. They have the best electronic warfare in the game, which is the ability to jam another ship, which means that you can be fighting and all of a sudden a Caldari ship appears, it locks you and it jams you, and suddenly you can't do any damage at all because you can't lock any other ships. You just sat there floating for 20 seconds until that jam comes off. Just when you start targeting another ship, he jams you again. It can get very frustrating. Moving on to Galanti. Galanti are armor tankers, and they use hybrid turrets. Now, they do put out some very, very good damage per second, but this does sacrifice range. So they probably have the best DPS at a starter level, non-capital level of any of the races in the game, but they have to be very, very close to their target, which obviously if you can get on top of your target and you can keep it there, you're going to put out some very good DPS. But if you go out with this setup and then you get caught at range by your enemy, it's going to get to the point where even though they may be doing less damage, you're not going to be able to hit them at all because they're just flying away from you, and you're trying to keep up with them and you can't. So you can't get to range, you can't put any damage out at all, and you're then going to die, I guess. They're also very specialised towards drones. A lot of their ships get bonuses to drone damage, bonuses to drone range. So if you're going to fly Galanti, you need to get the drone skills up there. Some of their ships will do more damage with their drones than they will with their primary weapons. Minmatar are a very well-rounded race. Most of their ships tank with armor, some of them tank with shield. So if you're going to train Minmatar, you need to get both your shield and your armor skills up to a reasonable level, or be limited by the ships that only use the skills you've trained. They fire projectile ammunition, which doesn't require any energy to use, which can be useful if your enemy's draining your ship's energy, you'll still be able to continually fire and put damage out. And it also doesn't reduce the energy of the ship when you're firing, so you can use that for other areas. They're also known to be quite fast ships, and they're not moving around the field 3 times faster than all the other ships in the game. They've just got a bit of an edge when it comes to speed and agility, which can play off very well in certain areas. You've got then the Amarians. The Amar are, again, armor tanks, so you only need to train armor skills, and they fire lasers, which are very good. I love lasers, they look cool. And the big advantage of lasers is that they change ammunition very quickly, and they don't need to reload. You put 1 crystal onto a laser and it will fire for 8 hours. You then need to change to a long-range ammunition. It only takes about a second. You get short-range ammunition that does high damage, long-range ammunition that does low damage for all races, with the exception of Caldari missiles. Now, if a Galanti ship or a Minmatar ship want to change ammunition or have to reload, they have to stop, reload, that takes 10 seconds, then they start shooting again. If the target then flies out of range of their short-range ammunition, they have to stop, reload again, there's another 10 seconds, and start firing again. The Amar can do that almost instantly. They just click, shoot, and they're off again. Which has won fights for me in the past, where my opponent's been reloading and I've just managed to finish him off. So, yeah, that's pretty much the 4 races in a nutshell, and I hope it's been useful to you, and I'll see you next time.